짜라짜짜짜짜라짜짜짜짜띠또링. 자, 살인 사건을 수사해 봅시다.
Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match.
아하하.
Shut tight.
오케이. 왜 안 돼? Why?
Appears to be locked. Looking good. Looking good.
왜 안 되죠?
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder your investigation, but
말이 바뀌는 게 없구만.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave?
Hearty welcome to the King Crab Inn, and a pleasure to have you. You look like you could use a round or three, so what'll it be? Have a seat and stay a while.
Oh, my good man.
What do you know about Jack's mother?
please do keep...
Mind if we keep our voices down over that sensitive subject? Death and dark magic ain't exactly great for business, you know.
Tell me about the night of the mother.
That room where it happened, it was rented to a certain woman, though I regret to say I can't say exactly who. This inn isn't in the business of asking many questions, if you know what I mean. She came heavily cloaked, but paid the full sum in advance. I was used to such transactions after many similar concerning a certain Esmeralda. Figured this were just more at same. I saw one other figure go into the room that night. Someone tall, built broad like a man, but shrouded the same as she. Again, standard practice for Mrs. Counsellor and her visitors. I was startled awake by a horrendous hubbub shortly after midnight. I jumped up and grabbed me grandpappy's machete, bleary-eyed and awash in fright. By the time I burst into that room, it was horribly silent. There was only Jake on the floor, dead, surrounded by what may as well have been a battlefield. Whoever done it has escaped through the window, but I saw nary a soul when I looked out. You can bet I hightailed it to the Legion barracks faster than a jackrabbit after that.
Head's grown more swollen than saffrons, I dare say.
Do you suspect anyone?
Counsellor Jake, that poor man. I knew too much about his affairs, you know. Never figured it my business to say anything, but after all that's happened, I wonder if that weren't a grave mistake. Esmeralda's longest-standing lover has the audacity to remain lodged at this very inn, you know. He's called the Duke of Ferrol, a high title for a low man. If you haven't yet asked him about Esmeralda, I'd recommend it.
Northern Cave.
Do I see?
Do you have any
sort of
work
concerns
for
myself
trio
with
or
such-
Three
sailors?
hopeless sailors. Truly wish I could help you, but I'm barely keeping afloat as it is.
Oh, my good man. Drink if you please.
Hmm. No buck.
Ah, pointless chatter with strangers does so thrill me. How did you know? Please continue interrupting my drink if you'd be so kind. How curious of you to show interest in a lonesome stranger at the bar. Let me answer by saying that who I am is hardly any of your business, and anyone with an ounce of tact would have known that already.
That's staggering.
Peasant. Sorry, I've run out of signed handkerchiefs. An Alistair keyring, maybe. In any case, make it quick. You're not the only fan who wants some of my time.
Good man. Drink if you please.
Please do keep shouting in my ear.
Ah, hello. I suppose you're here to viciously interrogate me for information I don't have, like our noble Captain Aureus before you.
Tell me about yourself.
I am the Duke of Ferrol. Though I suppose my name is in the mouths of enough ruthless gossipers that you've heard of me by now.
I've heard quite a story involving you and Esmeralda.
Yes, she and I have a history. That's hardly a secret anymore. I quite doubt it was even a secret from Jake while he lived. As easy as it would be to pin suspicions on Esmeralda or I assure you that the affair was never so steamy and sordid as the busybodies around town make it out to be. Jake and Esmeralda had no great affection for each other. He had his interests, she had hers, and there was little passion left between them. Certainly not enough to fuel a murder.
Baron of Ferrol has sneaked off to.
What do you know about Jake's mother?
It's very tragic news. I won't posture and say that the Counselor and I were anything near allies, but I truly never wished the man harm.
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever had the fortune?
Ah, hello. I suppose you're here to vicious...
Oh, my good man. Drink if you please.
They say
Please
he's
do
privy
keep
to
shouting
ancient
in
and
my
arcane
ear.
secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend.
택도 없네.
Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or
I am a
twice.
duke. Potato. The closest I've come to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Oh, careful now. Your head's grown more swollen than saffrons, I dare say.
I'm straight. I'm true. Aaron's violet others. Heavenly hearing.
Any takers? Come on, you dickhead.
Toe of snake. Wing of worm.
Lords above, grant me patience. You're a source hunter, aren't you? Here because you think I killed my husband. How many times do I need to state and restate my complete innocence in the matter?
Let's discuss your husband's mother.
Like I told just about every legionnaire in town, I don't know anything about poor Jake's murder. I want his killer found and tried, but everyone suspects me of this evil deed. And you're no different, are you? So what happened? Some of them tittle-tattling crab chasers down the pub call me a murderous gold digger and you believe them? These insinuations truly go beyond the pale. Oh, I think I'm getting one of my headaches.
Can you tell me more about this place?
Well, what do you want to know? I am Esmeralda, wife of Jake, and now, alas, his widow. Poor man. We were both so young when we married. He so rich and I so poor, but his one and only princess just the same.
I've been told your husband collected something called a Starstone. Care to elaborate?
Starstone? I've never heard of such a thing. Dear Jake had a mineral collection, yes. As far as I knew, it was one of his pastimes, nothing more. Do you mean to imply he collected something dangerous? Something that may have gotten him into trouble? Oh, this is all too much. I feel like I'm drifting from nightmare into nightmare.
I will take my
To
leave.
be quite adamant about her innocence.
We'll need to look for evidence if we want to prove she actually did the evil deed.
Ba, ba, ba.
Thank the Seven, we've secured the perimeter.
Have some pity.
Leave me be, I have a job to do.
Legion's greetings. I have been informed about your heroics on the beach. Were that I had been there to partake in the battle. But my duties lie here, sworn as I am to protect Lady Esmeralda from the rabble that would enforce summary justice on her, even though she is, until proven guilty, wholly innocent.
And
I
there you
am
are.
Septimus, seventh son in a household of 9, legionnaires all. Me and 2 brothers of mine were assigned to Sicile from day 1. Alas, both of them have long since fallen in battle against the dead. But never shall I lose heart. Long as a single legionnaire stands, all of us remain undefeated in the eyes of the gods.
What do you think about Esmeralda?
So fair a lady I have seldom seen in all of Rivellon, my friend. And I have traveled more extensively than migratory birds do. She stands accused of murder, but in my mind, her presumed guilt is a fallacy, and indeed a fabrication. Steadfast will I guard her. Never will I waver unless absolute proof of her culpability should be brought before me. And I hold no such proof exists.
Let's discuss Jake's death.
Jake's murder is, in a word, a tragedy. He was well loved in all of Sicile. The Council of 7 couldn't have wished for a better ambassador. That he of all people should have braved the undead siege for so long, only to be felled by foul sorcery, is heartrending.
I'd like to ask you some questions.
And what questions are those?
Nothing.
The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth. Tell me, Septimus, would your wife or sweetheart be compensated by the Legion should tragedy befall you on the battlefield?
I suppose so, milady. But seeing that I'm neither married, engaged, or attached in any way, I never bothered to inquire.
Polite, handsome, and single. Don't go anywhere tonight, Legionnaire. I'd be afraid alone in the dark.
도둑이 필요한데.
My, what a strong and handsome officer you are.
짠짠짠.
Never fear, milady. As long as...
거미줄 찾은 게 신경 쓰인다.
Now this is valuable.
Assure me, dear.
Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew and fight them.
호이. 아, 이거 읽어야 돼?
So tell me, Septimus, would your wife or sweetheart be compensated
Kicking
by the
another
Legion
bucket,
should
planning
tragedy
the
befall you
perfect
on the
murder.
battlefield?
Mr. Giggles.
I suppose so.
Preface.
Seeing that I'm
So
not
you have
alive,
determined to take a life? My sincerest
I'd never bothered
congratulations.
Polite,
Skip,
handsome,
skip,
and
skip, skip, skip.
single. Don't
Skip,
go anywhere
skip,
tonight,
skip.
Legionnaire. I'd be
Execution.
afraid alone in the dark.
The most important and delectable step in any murder, dear leader, is the moment of execution. By this, I do not mean the brute force of the violence. If a violent method you have chosen, or the interim abrogacy between the administration of poison and the first sign of its effect. No! The moment to which I refer is the precise event when life flees from the victim and the eyes transfigure, like dark, flashing to still light down. This is the holy minute, the minute when the act materializes complete. No longer planned or attempted, but completed. This is the moment during which you write your name in the sky, for you have done something that, like the stars, cannot be undone.
Septimus. You must have fought many a battle, am I right? In fact, I bet you're a real war hero.
Oh, I'm no hero, Esmeralda.
왜 신들이 리벨론을 떠났는가?
For the Legion.
Well, you certainly are my hero. The rock upon which I may rest my weary soul in these trying and troubled
신들은
times.
실존했는가 아니면은 광신자들과 사제들에 의해서 만들어진 흑길인가? 많은 사람들이 답을 찾아 헤맸다. 하지만 그 진실을 찾는 것이 과연 가치가 있는 것인지를 나는 질문하고 있다. 우리 일상생활에서는 신이 필요 없다.
Assure me, dear Septimus, that you haven't been fighting those awful orcs. I can't bear to imagine
은하기로 한
something would happen
신적인
to
존재
you.
아니 초현실적인 존재들이 존재하기 초현실적인
But what if
존재들이
you were to be ambushed,
있다면
caught unawares? Oh, catch me, for I might faint.
그들이 우리를 노예로 만들지 않게끔 하는 것은 무엇이란 말인가?
Ah, so that's what that did.
훔쳐! 아니야. 드랍.
A bloody dagger. Could this have been involved in the crime?
It certainly piques one's interest, doesn't it?
트로피. 킥. 검찰키.
So tell me, Septimus, would your wife or sweetheart be compensated by the Legion should tragedy befall you on the battlefield?
I suppose so. But seeing that I'm neither married, engaged, or attached in any way, I've never bothered to inquire.
Polite, handsome, and single. Don't go anywhere tonight, Legionnaire.
A book about setting up the perfect crime.
Esmeralda has interesting taste in literature.
Oh. 여관에 있던 상자 열쇠를 얻었으니까 다시 한번 가봅시다. 아우.
Please do keep shouting in my ear.
페롤의 공작으로부터의 편지.
It's official. The Duke of Ferrol is the worst poet in Rivellon.
In his defense, not much rhymes with murder.
Dear, that's me. Your lips are red as emerald. Your hair is black as big birch. Your love is like cholesterol, and oh my heart it hurts. I want to hold you in my arms and stroke your little heart, and all this should be easier if constantly were dead. Forever yours, the D of F.
Challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge.
Fortune? Ha! He should be so lucky as to be defeated by Alistair the Great.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets. The likes
Ah, hello. I suppose you're here to
I
viciously
found the
intimidate me
laboratory
for
you
information.
were
Which
Esmeralda.
one? I've written, Esmeralda, more works of lyrical mastery than I can count. All that letter proves is my devotion to my lady, not any actual intention to do away with Jake.
So you're just hanging around the inn, are you? Waiting for what, exactly?
Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine golden back.
Legion's greetings, Hunter. You claim to possess evidence that implicates Lady Esmeralda in the murder of her husband? Well, let's have it then. A dagger caked in dried blood. Found in the cellar of this very house, you say? That's very disconcerting. Though I'm sure milady can explain. To set aside all doubt, I mean.
Have a look at this volume I found.
This book has a dark reputation. Odd. Lady Esmeralda told me she's enamored with romances like The Knight in See-Through Armor and Princess Buttercup with the Blushing Bottom. Perhaps you had best ask her to explain.
I think you should have a look at this letter.
Let me have a quick read. Wait, what? There's another... I mean, she had an admirer who wanted her to kill her husband, then elope with him? What madness is this? It cannot be true!
And
I am Septimus, seventh son in a house so fair a lady I have seldom seen in all of Rivellon. My steadfast like. What questions are those?
아저씨.
My, what a strong and handsome officer you are. The hunter returns. I hope you are here to shop rather than... Listen, if you're going to accuse me of something, you would better find the evidence to back up your ridiculous claims.
Care to explain this bloody
Perhaps
knife?
it is you who should explain your presence in my cellar. And the dagger? It's simply a butcher knife used by my late husband to cut meat. He did so love to cook, the dear. What'll you think of next? Accusing me of bashing him over the head with a frying pan?
I found your book about planning the puffing murder.
Oh, that horrid tome of ill repute. It isn't mine, it was Jake's. He was a politician, don't you see? Always on the lookout for plotting rivals. Always trying to be one step ahead. Really, I should have thought a source hunter of all people would appreciate my dear husband's sense for survival.
This love letter seems kind of incriminating.
Oh, don't put stock in the hastily scribbled words of a lovelorn fool. This letter, it was a show of passion. A poorly worded passion I did not echo in the least. The Duke, he's like a spoiled child. He's not a man. He's not like Septimus. But all of it is circumstantial. I've a perfectly logical explanation for every piece of so-called evidence against me, and yet you've been trailing me like a bloodhound. People seem to want to believe I am guilty, so let me tell you something I've been keeping to myself. Perhaps it may yet lead to the true culprit.
Okay.
Over the last few months, Jake grew distant and dark somehow. Something in him changed. I can't quite put my finger on it, but he was no longer the gentleman he used to be. In fact, he scared me. It all began the day he met Evelyn, Master Theliron's apprentice. She healed him of what we all believe to be a fatal wound he suffered hunting boars. I think he became obsessed by her, or obsessed by the secrets I just know she holds. Talk to this woman. There is more to her than meets the eye. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if she belongs to that sect. You know, to those who worship a goddess without name and practice rituals of blood.
Tell me about Evelyn.
I never liked her from the moment I met her. Men cannot see past her beauty, but I have gazed her in the eye and it was death that leered back at me. She hails from Silverglen, a village in the forest north of Sicil. How she made it past the undead without a Legion escort, I'll never know. Though I can hazard an eerie guess. If anyone killed my Jake, it must be her. She had her claws in him for many long months, and finally she must have cut too deeply.
Where is this building? 이상한 동굴.
Legion's greetings, Hunter. You claim to possess evidence that implicates Lady Es... And what questions are those?
My, what a strong and handsome officer you are, kind sir.
레벨업 했네. 아...
Past the 7, we've secured the perimeter.
Like an actor just waiting for his big debut. Come on! Come on!
얘는 아니야? 이거 좋은 것 같은데?
You there? You look like an actor just waiting for his big debut.
어쨌든 이 이블린을 찾아보자. 이블린, where are you?
Oh no, noble friend. Your upper chakras are in desperate need of a good scrubbing. Fortunately for you, my homebrewed tinctures will do the job. Or if you're in the mood for something a bit more electrifying, one of my air scrolls might give your system just the shock it needs.
고,
Any takers? Come on, you chickens! Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff!
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
내가 이걸 샀던가?
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff!
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff!
I'm straight. I'm true.
아 이거 너무 헷갈리는데.
Aaron has as many friends
Ah.
as a man with many cheeses. Not in the mood for cheese. An excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine gourmet bag.
아니야. 제발.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew 'em, spice 'em, stir and churn.
안녕 그림쟁이.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
아 여기구나. 이블린.
But if one were to reduce the quantity of skull dust by a percentage of 2, perhaps the stability could be increased by as much as 3-fold.
Oh, a source hunter. Imagine that. Quite a bit more petite than the last of your kind I encountered, aren't you? Yes, by nearly 20 centimeters of tibia, as my memory serves. But no matter. Even if it couldn't spare its heartier specimen, I'm sure the order sent the individual with the next highest probability of success. Yeah?
Tell me about yourself.
Me? Why, I'm more than a little surprised you haven't heard of me. Perhaps I can jog your memory. It was I who cured the Duchess of Arata of her unslakable thirst, a simple pinch of atropa belladonna in her morning tea. I who discovered that aging itself can be halted by a single application of cicuta douglasii on the tongue. Not to mention that it's been my guidance that has permitted my apprentice Evelyn to make quite a name for herself around Sicile of late.
So your apprentice has enjoyed some success.
Yes. If that's how we're referring to the secretive use of a revolutionary healing method she refuses to share with her own master.
A revolutionary healing method. Can you elaborate?
She's gotten hold of a stone, supposedly capable of fantastic feats of healing, but she won't let me take the briefest look at it. But she claims to have gotten the relic from a little northern town, Silverglen by name, and that an abbot there blessed it with the power to heal. Utter rubbish, I say. But with these blasted undead haunting the travel routes, I can hardly march up to Silverglen to learn the truth myself.
Let's discuss your apprentice, Evelyn.
Far be it from her to tell her master what in the seven's name she's up to. The girl flew from here like she just heard the location of the Philosopher's Stone. She even left her pouch unattended in the next room. Most unlike her, to be sure.
What about her pouch?
She usually keeps it within sight at all times. Very strange she'd leave it behind. It's in the next room if you'd like to take a look.
Where did you think she could run off to?
I'd try her house, for starters. It's not far from here. I'll mark the location on your map.
Thank you. Do you have any work for a trio of sailors?
Sorry, but there isn't much work for sailors in a house of medicine. Unless one of them happens to have a secret stash of healing stones. Certainly, what would you like to know? The counsellor. Terrible loss, that. Though we were hardly more than acquaintances, I knew him to be a devoted civil servant. From what I can tell, it seems to be a simple case of jealousy turned violent. The affairs of his wife, Esmeralda, were hardly a secret, you know. I've applied myself to that problem for 2 years and still haven't come a step closer to solving it. I declare it an act of the Almighty's, if I believed in such things. Some events, Source Hunter, can be neither controlled nor understood by mere men.
Evelyn has disappeared. She must be involved in Jake's murder somehow. Why should she flee? Dr. Teleron told us that she left without a word, and in a great hurry. So great a hurry, in fact, that she left behind the pouch in the doctor's ward. Let's find out. 어디다 놨냐?
Those men hardly sound long for this world. What's taking Tenderfoot so long?
Yep.
The seven grant abundance.
Now, that tone, soothing a corpse's troubled mind, can't have gotten far.
It was... Wait.
Now, that tone, soothing a corpse's troubled mind, can't have gotten far.
도둑질은 나쁜 거야. 그런 거야.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
Not in the mood for cheese.
에스메랄다가 아니고 이블린.
I'm straight. I'm true. Arrows by the dozens.
Oh, sorry. Lockpick. 또야. Reanimation serum. All the last minute sprouts of the season within storage made of 1 part cross eye jelly to 4 parts sure holy water. made the tail of a blind beetle and legs stand for 2 moons. There are 2 hastily scribed notes at the bottom of the pitch map. The first reads, King Crabin, Mortician Evening. The second reads, Esmeralda Evening Visit. I believe. He tells me the hour is nigh, the king will live again when the stone is secured, I'll be unstoppable. Surely you've heard about my sister already, gone forever, there's just so little that stands in our way now. With double your devotion, the rears were inconceivable, we shall meet again soon, sign the conduit, through blood her power flows, through blood her triumph grows. 몇 시 없냐? We found a spell that when used will reveal to us something magical kept from sight. Spells such as these didn't work unless you approach the object's location is aligned too, so we still have some sleuthing to do. 내가 좋나? 아, 헷갈려. 로드릭. Rebel. We who seek this hidden place, the conduit key, we who dare to speak the spell that is fear, we will step through yonder gate, the hunter.
I mustn't have used it correctly.
없구만. 어딜까?
I mustn't have used it correctly. Well, what's this I've spotted?
The earth here seems to have been freshly fertilized and aerated. Obviously, someone has taken great care to maintain this.
Nope.
You step away from the.
To what do I owe the repeated pleasure, Source Hunter?
She's gotten hold of a stone. She claims utter rubbish, I say. Far be it from her to tell her master what in the seven's name she's up to. Certainly, what would you like to know? Yes.
도둑이야, 야야야.
She'll realize soon enough that her little party tricks hardly make her worthy of such grave responsibility.
연덕이 연덕. 우리는 컨듀시 가지고 있는 숨겨진 장소를 찾는 사람이다. 여신이 두려워하는 스펠을 바르는 사람이고 사냥꾼들이 싫어하는 관문을 지나는 사람이고 이건 뭐야? 이거 원래 레벨업이 맘대로 되던가? 잠깐만. 잠만. 아.